Hey there YouTube! Today we're sitting down because I feel like it. It's nearing the end of August, so the phrase I hear the most is back to school. And on YouTube there are tons of back to school videos, but I'm not going back to school. I finished with school last year. Even though I am not going back to school, that doesn't mean that I stop learning. For a while I thought, what am I gonna do? I'm not in school anymore. How will I learn things? But there are so many ways you can learn things even if you're not in school. Graduating from high school or college or whatever is a really great opportunity to learn the things that you want to learn. Of course, I'm talking about self-studying things. And self-studying takes a lot of determination and motivation, thing that I don't have most of the time. When I really feel like learning something, it's a really great rewarding and awesome experience because I can study what I want, where I want, for how long I want, and in depth as I want, and I can change what I want to study, so it's really, really great. Even though you can study what you want, where you want, how you want, whatever, sometimes you don't know where to start because you don't have a teacher and they're not telling you what to do. But there are tons and tons of self-studying resources and fun ways you can do self-studying, and I am going to tell you about some of them today. I think languages is one of the most common self-studying or self-taught things because it's super interesting. A lot of the times I think classes aren't available for languages people want to study, or they don't have like that outlet, that classroom outlet to learn things. But there are tons of ways to learn languages. Of course, you can go out and buy all of the fun textbooks that you want. Like I have this Japanese one that's like themed after manga and anime. And I also have this audio book CD kit thing. And those are really fun ways to learn things, although a little bit basic. But there are things like video games that you can use to learn languages. I have this one for Japanese, it's called My Japanese Coach, and it's a really fun way to build your vocabulary and some basic grammar. And they have the same series of games for a ton of different languages. And there are some great websites like Duolingo that you can use to start learning languages. They're free and you can go at your own pace, and they're really interactive and give really fun games and vocabulary and audio and things like that. I may have started using Duolingo to learn French, but I might not have. This is probably one of my more favorite ways, is you can read in another language. This takes some time and a lot of grammar dictionary and a lot of dictionary work, but I think this is a really, really fun way to learn to read. I, of course, have been working on the Harry Potter series in Japanese. And the great thing about reading Harry Potter is that I have read this book hundreds of times in English, so I know this story and I love this story. And it's a children's book, so the level of reading isn't too high. I do this with any type of book, but I think that Harry Potter, especially if you're a big fan, is a really great way because it is offered in many, 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 many languages. Also, the library is your friend. Libraries are free and have tons of information just waiting to be watched or read or listened to. I have been really interested in Arthurian legend for a while now, so I have just been reading everything I can, and just reading things about the subject you're interested in is a perfect way to study it. I've been reading everything from fiction books to like history-like things, to listening to audiobooks, to watching TV and documentary series about this subject, and looking on websites and reading all the different information on there, and just kind of filling my brain with all of the different opinions and interpretations and translations of the myth of King Arthur. And libraries are a really good place to find these things. The best way to study something is just to surround yourself with it and just consume everything you can on that topic. The internet is also your friend. Did you know that there are hundreds of college level courses that are just on the internet for free? Some of the best sites for courses online are things like openculture.com and academicearth.org. You can watch some TED Talks or TED Ed talks because they have a huge range of subjects and speakers and they're super interesting. And there are tons of educational channels right here on YouTube. Yeah! There's Crash Course, ASAP Science, SciShow, Vsauce, CGP Grey, PBS Idea Channel. These are all really super interesting channels, and there are tons more like them floating around on YouTube. Education doesn't stop when school is over. You can learn new things every day even though you're not sitting in a classroom. It makes you a more interesting person and a better person when you learn new things. So if you finish school, and even if you're still in school, use the things around you to learn new things. That is all I've got for you guys today. My name is Christy Lou. I am vlogging a lot in August. Kind of. Till next time, mata ne!